Hi, welcome to the Tankmuseum in Sweden, and today this will be the focus, the Soviet T-37 amphibious tank that was produced about 1,200 pieces in 1935 in Soviet Union. This particular tank was in fact involved in the invasion of Finland in December 1939. That was more known as the Winter War between Finland and Soviet Union. Captured by the Finnish soldiers just before Christmas 1939, the 18th of December, at the location at the Salla front, and the location was Pelkosenniemi, where this tank was captured, and then for some reason that we're not really sure why, but it was gifted to Sweden as a thank you for the Swedish help that Sweden sent to Finland against the occupation. From the stories that we have been told, it was transported to the Swedish border north of Haparanda at a train station called Vitvattnet. And when the Swedish soldiers examined the tank, they found that there were a lot of dirt, and they had also done their second business inside the tank, so the smell was terrible. During January, perhaps February 1940, it came down to Strängnäs, to the tank regiment, where it was shown to the soldiers. And we think that the tank made some kind of tour in Sweden during the winter 1940 to show people this tank that had been captured in Finland. Then it was put in some storage for a long time, and in the early 1970s it was restored, and for some reason it was repainted in green and without the original white color. So last year we repainted it back to the white winter camouflage when we opened up the exhibition about the war between Soviet and Finland, 1939. So what's an amphibious tank? That's a boat that can travel both on land and in water. And this is part of the flotation, those wooden filled boxes on the sides that helps for the flotation. And at the rear there's a rudder and the propeller that it uses in water, and it swims quite well. This particular tank was also a command tank with the antenna, and this is the antenna mounting on the outside, and it had from the beginning a big antenna around the vehicle, but sometime we don't know when this antenna was removed, and it was just used as an ordinary machine gun tank. To start this engine, you normally use ordinary button and electric starting device as an ordinary car. But in emergency, if you want to crank the engine by hand or try to get it running, it's a bit difficult to get out on the outside when it's in the water. So on the inside there is a pedal that the commander uses to kick the engine like an old motorbike. So you can kickstart the engine, boom, and then you go off. Ingenious small solution on this tank. It's a fantastic vehicle, and this is one of only two existing in the world, complete as this is. So this is the driver's position of the amphibious T-37 tank, with the controls on the center, pedals, clutch, brake and accelerator down there, and there is only one steering lever. You pull it or you push it, and that goes to the front axle at the front of the vehicle. A bit strange, but it works. To the right there is the gear shift lever, which is on my right side, and the engine is reversed in the vehicle, so the front of the engine is at the back. When this tank is swimming, you use this one to control the rudder at the rear. And instead of reversing the engine, you have the same direction of the engine and use this lever to control the angle at the propeller, which is a clever solution that was used in 1935 on a small amphibious tank. Simple and quite interesting design.